The orders are done, the burnt batch does not matter, and it's time to open some gifts at the TBR Bakery Christmas party. Hello and welcome to my December edition of TBR Bakery. I know if you have been on BookTube for a while or any amount of time at all, you've seen people do TBRs where they wrap up their books and then they unwrap them like randomly. So you get kind of like a surprise TBR. And I've always kind of wanted to do it, but at the same time, my frugal, miserly heart just feels like that's wasteful to waste wrapping paper for something like that. But if you see this shelf behind me, which also, yes, my shelves did change. No, I didn't make content out of it because I'm the worst booktuber ever, but I do have a video coming where you'll see them a little bit more in depth. But if you are interested in like a bookshelf tour, let me know. I have books here that I have wrapped in Christmas wrapping paper, and we are just going to do a little bit of a TBR Bakery employee Christmas party gift exchange because I wanted to do something different and it sounds like fun and I don't want to have to worry about the burnt batch in December. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to roll the die and move along the board just like I always do, but instead of taking a prompt for each space, sorry, I have a hair, it's driving me crazy. Instead of taking a prompt for each space, each baked good on the board, the donuts, the muffins, have I ever played this game before? The donuts, the cupcakes, and the cake slices correspond to wrapping paper up here, and I wrapped them. They're my books for the most part. So I know what they are, I know the sizes, like I don't know what every single one is, but I have a good guess about what some are. So in order to keep it random and fair, I had my husband kind of shuffle them up and put them on the bookshelf in whatever order he wanted because he doesn't know what they are. And how I'm gonna pick them is I'm just gonna pick the first one going from this side to this side that corresponds with the space. So the donuts are the plaid. So if I land on a donut, the first plaid in the row is this one, so I will be picking this one, and we're just gonna move along the shelf this way. And as I said, the burnt batch does not matter. It's basically like a free space, or maybe I can just pick whichever one I want. The fish cupcakes are gonna count as regular cupcakes, and the coffee breaks are still just coffee breaks or hot cocoa breaks or whatever you want them to be for the Christmas party kind of theme that I'm going for here. It's very like loosely based. I just kind of thought of it as I was getting ready. So it's not actually like anything to do with a Christmas party, but that's the only way, like the bakery needs to be closed. That's the only way we're not worried about things burning, right? Okay, so I think that makes sense. I hope it makes sense, but yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to open some gifts. Oh, I should mention, so all of these books are books that I picked off my bookshelf that I would be ecstatic to read right now. So basically this is my way of making my mood reader heart happy while also still playing my TBR game. So every single one of these books is something that I would love to start reading right now. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna be happy no matter which one of these I get. So let's just get going and see what my TBR is going to be for the month of December. All right, so roll one is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're starting off with a cupcake. Okay, so roll one is a cupcake, and I didn't mention all of them. So the plaid is the donuts, the Merry Christmas Santa is the cupcakes, and the black with the candy canes is for the cake slices. So we go for the first cupcake, which is the Santa. So it is this one. And let's see what I'm gonna read, what my first book's gonna be. Oh, Red City, okay. Also, now that I got this, I should mention, we threw everything out the window for this month. There's no punishments. I'm not gonna tell you what I read in December because it would be more, I mean in November, because it would be more of what I didn't read, because I'm only on track to finish one book in November, so we're just not gonna talk about that. This is the party. There's no work-related things happening here, no bakery. Like, we're not worried about the orders that happened in the past. We're just starting fresh for December. And my first gift is Red City, which was, in fact, on my November TBR and is not the book that I am going to finish this month. So, Red City by Marie Lu is the first book on the TBR for December. Like I said, I am so excited to read this. November was not a month for reading for me, but this is a book where we are following people, like these two people from rival like factions in a city. There's magic based on alchemy. It sounds really interesting. It sounds fun. It sounds a little dark, I guess. I'm excited. I'm very excited, and I'm happy that this is the first book on my TBR. And the red and the silver, it's kind of festive looking in the color scheme. In nothing else, but in the color scheme. Roll 2 is another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A cake slice. Okay, so like I said, the cake slices are the black. So this is our first book for our cake slice. What's it gonna be? Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Okay, again, super excited to read this, just haven't gotten to it yet. So if I get to it in the month of December, I will be very happy. This is, okay, so Emily Henry, I love all of the books that I have read by her. I believe I've given all 3 of the ones that I've read 5 stars, but I believe those 3 are also her most highly like regarded and the ones that people do like the most. This I feel like got a little bit of a mixed review from people. It seems like it's more literary, less romance, but that's something that I do like about Emily Henry is that a lot of her books, or is that her books do have a lot of that like literary feel to them, but they also have a romance element. So I'm excited. I know it might not have been everybody's jam, but I'm still very excited to read this. Roll 3. A 1. Okay, so we have a donut. Okay, so we officially have one of everything, because next we have a donut. All right, let's see what it is. Again, I kind of already know what it is because I know the feel of it. There was only, I believe, one hardcover, so. It is The Songbird in the Heart of Stone. This is a book that I am still in the middle of, so I have started this one, but I'm really excited to continue with it, which is why I wrapped it up. So I am very excited to have this on the TBR, have an excuse to pick it up. And yeah, I don't really have much more to say about this. I love the Crowns of Nyaxia series. The Nightborn Duet was like one of my favorite things that I read last year. So I'm very excited to pick this up. That's why it's on this TBR. That's why it was wrapped. Okay. I mean, I feel like it might get kind of annoying to just hear me over and over, just be like, I'm so excited to read this because I already told you that I'm so excited to read every single one of these books. But this was a good choice because this is just making me so happy. Roll 4 is a 3. 1, 2, 3. Another donut. Okay, so another donut would be this one here. I'm so happy. Okay, sorry, I looked at it before I showed it to you, but I'm excited. I did throw a couple of Christmas books in here in the hopes that I just would get to them. So I have The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. I read Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score a few months ago, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't like a new favorite for me or anything, and I did kind of take issue with the way the main character spoke, like the way the narrator sounded. But in general, I liked it. It was a good time. I enjoyed the story. So I am very excited to pick up more by Lucy Score, and I do have this and one other book by her on my shelves unread. So I've been holding on to this for like 2 years. I never get to it, and I really hope that this year I do get to it because I've been holding on to this for a while. And every year I look at it, and every year I've put it on a TBR, and every year I have not read it. So maybe this is the year? Okay, what is this? Roll 5, I think? Oh. Is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A coffee break. Okay, so let's just keep going. A 1. Okay, we did say fish cupcakes were just cupcakes, so it's a cupcake. All right, our next one was a fish cupcake, but it doesn't matter. It's a cupcake, so that is going to be this one. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm so excited. This is so fun. Now I see why people do this. I know it's a waste of paper, but you know. Oh, okay. Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. This is a more recent purchase. I say that, but it's been a few months now. I'm really excited to read this. I've read a bunch of T. Kingfisher's shorter books, but I've never read like a full-length book by her. I love her writing. I love her storytelling, how it's like a little bit dark, a little bit, not gross. Gross isn't the word I'm looking for. There's just like a little bit of like a light horror element to a lot of her books. I don't know if that's going to be true of this one because this I believe is a fairy tale retelling. I'm really excited, and this cover is just so cute. It's the cutest thing. So yeah, again, I'm really excited to read this. All right, and could this be our final roll? It could, so free space, I get to pick whichever one I want. Okay, so basically what that means is I get to pick any one of these books that I want. Like I've been saying, I do know what some of them are, so how do I make this fair? I'm gonna roll the die again, and 1 and 4 are gonna be donut, 2 and 5 are gonna be cupcake, and 3 and 6 are gonna be cake. And whichever one lands on, I'm gonna pick the next one. So, let's see. Is that confusing? I hope that's not super confusing. Okay. A 5. Okay, so 5 is a cupcake. This one, I don't know what this is. So, oh, I feel the texture. I know what it is. All right. The Bladed Self by Joe Abercrombie, one of the books that I stole from my husband's shelf, which he did notice right away. I took 2 books off of his shelf, and as soon as he came in the office, he was like, you took this book and this book. He knows his shelves. So The Bladed Self by Joe Abercrombie, not exactly like a festive holiday read, but I will take it because again, I'm really excited to read all of these books. So that's gonna do it for the TBR. That is 6 books. Not bad. This is going to be my TBR for the month of December. These are all, again, books that I am super excited to read. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the rest of these books. Okay, so I have 8 books that I didn't unwrap, so I think for now I'm gonna leave those wrapped, and then maybe I'll do like a vlog or something where I unwrap more of them, just so that I don't feel like I completely wasted the wrapping paper and just ripped them all open right now. But yeah, okay, so I think this is good. We have a mix. So we have some fantasy, well, it's not much of a mix. We have 4 fantasy and 2 romance. So, well, this is, again, more like a literary maybe? I don't know. But I did get one of my Christmas books. There is another Christmas book wrapped in here. But for now, this is my TBR for the month of December. We'll see where we go from here. Let me know what you're excited to read in December. Let me know if you're planning on reading like just holiday books or no holiday books. If you hate holiday books, some people do. And let me know what your favorite Christmas tradition is. My favorite current Christmas tradition, like something that's new since I've been married and like lived in Rhode Island, is my husband and I go to Roger Williams Park Zoo in Providence, and we go see the Christmas lights and we sip hot chocolate. And that's something that I look forward to every year now. So that's my favorite like current tradition. And just in general, like driving around and seeing all the Christmas lights, that's always fun for me. But that is gonna do it for the TBR for December. I hope you enjoyed this kind of a little bit more festive format, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!